All right, y'all. I am back like I never left. For those who don't know, this is my fifth time live today. But we are here to talk about the Real Housewives of Potomac. I will do Married to Medicine tomorrow. You guys know I'm off tomorrow. So you guys will get Married to Medicine at some point tomorrow once I wake up and get my life together. Listen. I don't know what this is the Real Housewives of Potomac, by the way. Okay, tonight's episode. Yeah, baby, I am working, French kids. I am working. I'm working. Can I say, I don't understand what it was about, what it is about us, like the viewership of Potomac. Maybe black. I'm not going to put a color on it. I'm just saying in general, what made production think that this is what we wanted? Thank you, Chuck. This is one of my reds. It's Juvia's place, of course. What made them think that this is what we wanted? Do you guys understand how checked out I was in this episode? Because I was so sick of the pileup. At the end of the day, like Angel said when she sort of had like a little breakdown at lunch, like Angel said, this is who I am. And y'all keep telling me who I'm not. You telling me I'm not happy when I'm telling you I am. You telling me about my marriage. I'm telling you about my marriage. Like, you have made up your mind how you feel about me, and you have made up your mind that you like me or you don't like me. And there's really nothing more I can do at this point. When I look back on this season, has Angel made some missteps? Sure. But the way they are, in my opinion, the way they beat up on this woman in this episode, there is nothing entertaining about it for me. I think T is hosting. It's his turn. And he's home. So last week we weren't sure if he was going to be home, but he's home and he's been going live. So if he's up to it, it'll be T's turn. If he's not up to it, it's my turn. So let's talk about it. First of all, the ladies did get water. We're not going to sit here and act like those women was out in the street and did not put no soap and water on their body. They did. They act like Angel can control the fact that the water system at the house was effed up. That is not on Angel. And like Angel said, when I found out, I was trying to fix it. I have been on the phone trying to get it fixed. Now, should she have called and checked on the ladies? Yes, she should have. That would have been polite. I told y'all from the beginning, I didn't understand why they were so far away. Like, Sergio says, did a video and said that this was coming from production, that Angel didn't have anything to do with that house, that production booked that house, and Angel wanted to put them at the Four Seasons from the beginning. I find it interesting that they ended up going to the Four Seasons, and according to what Sergio says, Angel wanted to put them at the Four Seasons from the beginning. So I find that interesting. But we're not going to sit here and act like them ladies didn't have no damn water. Come on, y'all. They did not get dressed and get in glam and all the things that they did with no water. Now, were there water issues? Yes. Yes, there were. But they had already told y'all that the man showed up, the chef showed up that morning and turned the water on. The problem, though, is that Angel did not check on them, and she should have. She should have checked on them. This trip is not a great trip. It's just not a great trip. Thank you, The Informed. I did. I didn't get a chance to go into Cash App and thank you. Thank you, boo. I didn't see you drop down. I would have thanked you because I know that's you. Hey, Phil. Let's see what Phil says. Thank you for the Cash App, boo. Phil said, I'm normally team Giselle. However, tonight Giselle was a total gutter tonight. Ooh. Giselle screaming at Angel was out of line. Ooh, Angel right back. Okay. Oh, all right. Thank you, Phil. I just think so. This is my attitude about it. I just think that at a certain point, when somebody acknowledges what they should have done and they apologize for not doing it, at a certain point, y'all know I don't dwell on, I can't do that back and forth shit. If me and you have an argument and we settle that argument and we resolve it, and if I was wrong and I apologize to you and you accept my apology, as far as I'm concerned, we're moving on. Now, that doesn't mean that people automatically get over stuff. I don't automatically get over stuff. But for me to just keep, every time you say something, I got to keep bringing it up and bringing it up and bringing it up, that shit is exhausting to me. And that is what they were doing with Angel. So I'm out of order. I'm just running my mouth. So let's start at the beginning. The ladies are all in the car on their way to the airport to get on this private jet, right? And Angel is in the car with she's with Jazzy and KK. Stacy and Jazzy were in the car together. It was Tia, KK, and Angel, and then the rest of the ladies were in a third car, right? So that is how everybody was broken up. So in Angel's car, Angel's acknowledging the issue, talking about what happened, but Jazzy let her know that Monique had some things to say about some observations she made as it relates to Angel's marriage. And Angel was like, listen, don't project what you went through and your experience with your husband on me, because that ain't the same. That ain't what we got going on over here. And I didn't appreciate the fact that Monique is trying to project her experience on what I have going on. Me and my husband are good. We are good. As far as the watching the kids situation, like she said, look, at the end of the day, I was asking, now, to be fair, Angel, you really didn't want to go. And that's all you had to say was, girl, I have plans from here to there. I have activities for us to do. And at 9, 10 o'clock, I'm done. I'm good. I'm going home. Which is another reason why, I honestly think this is no, it's not. I was going to tell a fib. No, yes, it is. I think part of the problem is that she was home. Because if she's away, she doesn't have the luxury of, I'm going home tonight. I honestly think that was the first part of this situation, is that she was home. And technically, she's supposed to be living in Maryland, technically. But we know the situation. I just think that was part of the problem, is that she was at home. Because if she were somewhere else, she wouldn't have that luxury of saying, I'm turning it off at 9 o'clock and I'm going to put my kids to bed. She wouldn't have that luxury. So I think one lesson that we learned is, for future cash trips, we can't do this. Now, I know we had Kern going down to Surrey County, but that's not where she permanently lived. That's where she was from. We had Mia. We went down to Lake Norman. That is not where Mia permanently lived. That is where she is from. So I think that those are the differences. I just think that this was a problem with the fact that Angel was home. I think that was the problem from the beginning. So they get on the plane. And before they take off, Angel is trying to acknowledge and apologize. Giselle won't let that woman get a word in. Giselle will not let that woman talk. Yeah, I think they should have just went to Aspen too, Miss French Kids. Giselle will not let them talk. I mean, Angel is trying to apologize. Giselle's talking over her. Giselle, it's too late. It's too late. We don't want to hear it now. It's too late. And Angel was like, I'm trying to apologize. We don't care now. We don't want to hear that. It's too late. It's too late. You didn't call on us. You didn't check on us. You were the host. You were supposed to let us know. You were supposed to do this. You were supposed to do that. You didn't do nothing. And we ain't heard from you. And at the very least, you could have picked up the phone and called us. And we ain't had no water. And Angel is literally trying to apologize. And Angel is like, listen, I could have handled this better. I acknowledge that I could have handled this situation better. But I don't want y'all to think that I was not working on it. I literally called, like, as soon as y'all told me the situation, I was on the phone with the property manager. We sent an electrician over. We were working on this situation. I don't know what more y'all want from her once she has acknowledged that she fucked up and once she has apologized. And my thing is, you won't even let the woman get the apology out. You won't even let her talk. You won't even let her give the apology. That was frustrating me because I probably would have cried. I probably would have literally broken down and cried because I don't know what else y'all want from her. I mean, I see Ravine say it is too late. Angel fucked up. She did. But when you say it's too late for what? They've only been there for one night. Y'all act like they've been there for a week. They were there for one fucking night. And she sent the people over. She called the property manager. I don't know what more y'all wanted from that woman. She acknowledged that she could have handled things better, and she apologized. That scene was so uncomfortable to watch because I literally don't know if I would have been able to, honestly, I'm getting choked up thinking about it. I would probably have bust out crying. And I would have been inconsolable because I don't know what more y'all want from this woman. I'm not saying Angel is perfect. Y'all know I've given it to Angel, but I feel like y'all have really, really, really been beaten up on this woman. And I don't know what else y'all want from her. Angel should have gotten them better accommodations before they left last night. Why? She called listen, let's put this in real world. If all of us get together and we rent an Airbnb and something happens, the air conditioning goes out on the Airbnb, we supposed to pack everything up and leave the Airbnb? You're not going to call the person in charge and say, hey, the air conditioning is broke, and they come out and fix the air conditioner, so we're going to just pack everything up and leave. When we was in Turks and Caicos, we realized that the water filter on the pool wasn't working. The filter wasn't working right. And we was 10 of us getting in and out of that pool all day long, and the filter wasn't working. I called the property manager. I called the person my contact person. I said, hey, this filter's not working right on the pool. Something's not right. There's stuff floating around in the pool. It's not working. He came over. He checked it out. He said, well, it looks like it's working to me. It looks like it's working. So, okay, cool. We get back in the pool. We said, nah. We called him back. We said, something like this, something ain't right. He called a person to come over and they fixed the filter. So we were supposed to pack up and just go to a whole nother house. I don't know. I just think, I don't know. Have you ever stayed in a house without AC? Yeah, Candace, don't y'all remember when my air conditioner went out? Maybe you haven't been a subscriber that long. Baby, yes. My air conditioner went out in the middle of a fucking heat wave. Absolutely. And it is unbearable. And it is horrible. I absolutely have had that experience. I was hot as hell in this house. All I could do was call the people to come and fix my air conditioner. I needed a whole new HVAC unit, so we had to get that together as soon as possible. But yes, it happens. Right, Xavier. Right. I had on my tank top and all. I had the lights out. I was doing lives with the lights out and everything. I just think that I get it. For people that just don't like Angel, I get it. But I don't. When you say she should have put them in new accommodations, they hadn't even spent the night at that house. And like she said, that was $1 million property. It wasn't like they weren't in no hole in the wall. That was a nice house. The water was fucked up. The man had to come out and fix the water. They act like they didn't have water the entire time. No, they had water pressure issues and they got it fixed. And the lady, Angel, called the people. I just think that's I think it's an unrealistic expectation to say she should have packed them up and put them in a whole nother house over one night. They hadn't even spent the night in that house yet. Production absolutely booked that house. Right. If we're going to pull back the curtain, let's pull back the curtain. Let's pull back the curtain. Angel didn't even book that fucking house. Let's call a thing a thing. Angel did not book that house. Production booked that house. So the problem was on production to fix it, Let's call a thing a thing. If we're going to do it, let's do it. That it wasn't even Angel's responsibility because she did not book the house. Production booked the house. Production put them ladies in that house, let them and left them there. Now again, Angel absolutely should have communicated with them. The fact that she did not call them, that is a problem. I'm not saying Angel was perfect. I'm saying what more can she do after she has apologized? After she has called the people and tried to make it right. But moving right along, I'm not going to dwell on this. I'm moving along. Okay. I understand, Raven. I just don't know what more you want from Angel. Well, actually, I do know. You just told me. You think that Angel was supposed to move the people. Okay. I just think that that's an unrealistic expectation. But let's move on, child. Let's move on. So they're on the jet, and Jazzy tried to make it better, and they jumped on Jazzy. Because they jumped on Jazzy and Tia, because Jazzy nor Tia called to check on the ladies either. So none of them called to check on the ladies. Oh no. Shit. All right. I'll take care. Look, I'll check. Somebody just sent me a message. I have to look at that when I get off of here. Oh Lord. Okay. This was done in a way to make Giselle look like she was the top dog. Giselle doesn't like Angel, and the ladies know that she's production's fave, and they fell in line. I think that's the best comment all night so far. I can agree with you 100% on that. Oh no, everything is fine. It's some gossip. You know how you know stuff, like you know tea, but it's tea you can't tell. And then when it's about to come out, you be like, oh shit, something you've been like. It's just that's all it is. Raven, you probably going it's drama dealing with the chase and reality world. So you're gonna probably find out what it is in a few minutes. But it's information I've known for months. But now I'm like, damn, it's coming out. It's whatever. Anyway. So the ladies are on, like I said, the ladies are on the jet. They're flying out. And was it on the jet that Monique asked Jazzy? I don't know what order it is. Anyway, when the ladies land, they're going to lunch. No, this happened at lunch. They were at lunch. So, or shit, I don't remember. So did Monique ask? Whatever it was, Monique asked Jazzy why she went back and told oh no, yes, this was at lunch. Why she went back and told Angel what she said about her husband and her marriage. And she was like, well, I did that because she's my friend and I felt like she needed to know. And the ladies were like, when did y'all become such good friends? Like, when did y'all become best friends? And she was like, well, I was supposed to be staying at the house with her, but Tia got it by default. Now, first of all, Jazzy, I still don't know what the hell you mean by default. I don't know what that means by default, because if she wanted you to be one of the people at the house, you would have been one of the people at the house. Now, Angel did confirm that it was supposed to be 3 people at the house, but she wasn't going to be able to accommodate 3 people like she thought she was. Girl, if she wanted you, she means that Tia was a flute holder. Oh, is that what that means? Well, that makes sense. Girl, you don't get to stay at the house. And all of that, I was it was supposed to be me, but you won by default. Now, my other statement is, and this is me being mean, y'all. Y'all know I try not to be too mean, but this can really be mean. Jazzy, what was that weave you had going on in your head? You had that old school weave with the layers and layers because it gave you a hump in the back. Did y'all see Jazzy's hair? Y'all see how she had that hump in the back? I was like, girl, what is going on with this hair situation, Miss Jazzy? Baby, she took that hat off and I was like, what? But anyway, sorry, not sorry. Um, then they got to talking about this marriage thing. And once again, Angel is explaining, listen, me and my husband are good. Our marriage is good. Yes. We had planned, because Giselle talking about something. She was like, we had planned for the babysitting situation. And yes, I did say watch his kids, but he watches his kids. He's really good with his kids. I don't have a problem with, with Bobby and his kids, but we didn't plan for that. So if I'm going to change the plans, it's just out of respect. And like I told y'all last week, I agree with Angel 100%. If y'all had a conversation before the ladies came out here, and the understanding was that I will be with the ladies during the day, so we'll have the babysitter or the nanny, whatever word you use, over here at the house, and you'll be with the kids, and I should be home by 9-10 o'clock, and everything should be everything. I'm not understanding what y'all aren't understanding. She was changing the plans, so she was consulting with her husband as she was changing the plans. To me, that is out of respect for your significant other. You are not single. You are not a single parent. You are not in this alone. You have a partner. And if you told your partner you were going to be home by 10 o'clock, but now the ladies want you to have a whole sleepover, which means now I'm going to be gone all day and all night, and you're going to have responsibility for the kids, let's talk about it, and let's reevaluate, and let's refigure it. Now, to be fair, though, Angel girl, you really didn't want to go. And that's all you had to say. You really didn't want to go. And I don't blame you, because you ain't fucking with these women, and these women ain't fucking with you. Like, at the end of the day, y'all just don't, like, y'all don't want to spend any more time that y'all don't have to. But Cahoots, she didn't. Cahoots said, but she knows this is a job. She should have planned to stay with the ladies all the time. But she didn't, because she thought that they were going to be done filming at a certain time and she was going to go home. Real easy. I mean, I hear what you're saying, but she didn't, because that wasn't the plan. The plan was they were going to stop filming. The plan wasn't for them to have a sleepover. Had she planned to have a sleepover, then she would have made those arrangements. But that wasn't the original plan. So I understand what you're saying, that it's a job. She's doing her job. She's hosting the trip. She made plans for the ladies. They took a whole private jet down to fucking Aspen and spent the day in Aspen and took a private jet back home. She planned for the trip. But the plan was, when they got off that damn jet, they were going to go to where they were staying. She was going to go to where she was staying. She didn't plan for a sleepover. That's not a part of her agenda. So why would she have made arrangements? I get it. Yes, it's a job, but they do stop filming at a certain point. They don't film all night. Production goes home. Production goes to sleep. Production goes back to the hotel. Yeah. The problem is, this was just a bad trip. And I think that they should have never, to be fair, production companies have done this before, where they've, like, when they went to Aspen, they stayed at Kyle's house. Kyle has an Aspen house. Half of the ladies stayed at Kyle's house in Aspen. The other half of the ladies stayed at another Airbnb, stayed at an Airbnb in another part of Aspen. This isn't the first time that we've done this, y'all. This isn't the first time that the ladies have split up and stayed in two different homes, and one of the houses belonged to one of the housewives. This is not the first time it's happened. It's not. I mean, we're not going to sit here and act like they've never done this before. They have. It just was a bad trip, period. It was just bad. It was bad. But I hate the fact that I feel like they were just piling up on Angel. It was bad, but it was like, damn, she can't catch a break. And it was uncomfortable for me to watch, because when she finally did break down, I felt for her, because I'm like, damn, how much are y'all gonna beat up on this woman? Like, every time she says something, y'all are just beating up on her. She can't even, and half the time y'all not even letting her finish fucking talking. Y'all are just beating up. Am I losing my voice talking to y'all all day long? Just beating up on that woman. And then Wendy says, well, just, just be who you are, Angel. I mean, we just want you to be real. We just want you to be real. But she's telling y'all that she's being real and y'all aren't accepting it because it doesn't fit your narrative. She's being real. Y'all just don't like who she is. So Angel finally does break down and she's like, look, this is who I am. And y'all just don't like it, won't accept it, whatever. I don't know. So they leave lunch. They go over to Kemosabe. Them women can't even halfway walk in them shoes that they done bought. They got these damn stiletto ass boots that they don't know how to walk in because they're not made for walking. They're made for being cute and taking some pictures. They're made for walking from your car to your seat inside of a restaurant or the event, a concert, and they're made for walking, not walking like not. I'm talking about a concert like a VIP section where all you do is walk from your car and you go to your suite or you go to your front row seat. Baby, Wendy, those shoes were not made for walking. But I guess you thought they was cute. So anyway, they go to Kemosabe and the ladies are moving around and the ladies are picking up things. And then after that, they went upstairs to the VIP bar where Ashley made them some drinks and they took some shots. And then the most crass thing that I have seen in a very, very long time, the ladies shared what they bought and put the price tag on it. I don't understand that part. Showing everybody what you bought, great. Why are we talking about how much? To me, that is so crass. That is, do you know how crass that is to be standing at an establishment talking about what you purchased and how much it costs? Wealth whispers. What are we doing? Beverly Hills would never. Beverly Hills would never. Those ladies were shopping last week at Sonoma. Now, they showed us the register. We knew how much they spent. And then Stacy was like, yeah, no, I'm good. I don't need to buy nothing. She said, I'm not rich like y'all. Stacy probably got the most money. Well, I ain't gonna say that, but Stacy probably all right. But she said, I'm not rich like y'all. And then Monique said, baby, I spend my money on traveling. Like I don't need nothing. I'm good. And y'all took that as they just didn't have the money. First of all, they flash. Listen what I'm saying. They show us how much stuff costs. But y'all ain't never seen Beverly Hills stand around going item by item of what they bought and what they paid. They ain't never done no mess like that. That is tacky as fuck. Now they talk about what they have, and yes, certain pieces they will talk about the price if it's something that's like a vintage or one of a kind or something like that. But y'all ain't never seen Beverly Hills go shopping and go item by item what they bought and how much they spent. I thought it was tacky. They show us the register. They show us what the ladies spend. Yeah, they do that all the time. They do that on all the shows. When they go shopping, they show us the register. Oh, they spent, $5,000. They spent $10,000. They spent $3,000. Yeah, we see that all the time. We see that all the time. The Birkin party at Kyle's house, they were talking about the price tags of the purses. The Birkin party was at Giselle's house. I mean, not Giselle, Garcelle's house. And again, that's not the same thing, in my opinion. Maybe it is to you. That is not the same thing as what they just did. That was a party for Garcelle because Garcelle was trying to wrap her brain around buying a Birkin. So yes, they bought a broker out. Garcelle brought a Birkin bag broker to her home. They were pre-owned Birkins that they could buy because Garcelle was trying to convince herself to actually purchase a Birkin bag. That's not the same as what they did on this episode. To me, it may be the same to you. It's not the same to me. I think it's a totally different conversation when you're talking about buying a Birkin bag and you bring a broker to your house. Yes, they talked about the prices then because that was the whole purpose of that particular scene. And I wouldn't have told them shit. You don't need to know what I bought, and you damn sure need to know how much it costs. The way they dress and act, you could tell they weren't used to that level of socializing and traveling. This was so crass and low class, and that wasn't even a lot of money to be bragging about, right? Thank you, Chuck. That's it. Yeah, I love when y'all can take something and put it so succinct. Thank you. Chuck said it's not the same. Showing the price is different than standing in a circle jerk announcing how much you spent. Absolutely. Thank you so much. That is, yes. Chef's kiss. That's what I want. And Wendy, girl, baby Wendy, this show, this editing, these producers are doing you no favors. The way they showed you bragging about your money, talking about we are wealth, we have rich, and we are creating generational wealth for our daughters, our children. Wendy, girl. Wendy go to court this week too. I need to find out what is going on in court. It's supposed to be um um but I don't know what exactly. I don't know if it's a status hearing or what the situation is. Right. That's why I said Stacy got money. I mean, I know she's sitting there acting like I'm poor. I'm not rich like y'all. Okay. And Ashley spending $4,000 of those countertop babies on a belt, and she can't afford lawn. Right. And she can't get a lawn man. Girl, if you know, I know you better. Wendy gonna look embarrassed when it's all said and done. Karma is ugly. Right. So again, that just ugh. So then after that, they leave, they go to another little VIP area, and they run into Mauricio. Well, Mauricio, Kyle's separated, I don't think they're divorced, husband, he's hanging out in Aspen, and him and Giselle clearly know each other because he speaks to her by name, and then Giselle introduces him and that kind of thing. And they're like, well, what are you getting into later on? Oh, well, you know, I'm alone. I'm hanging out. I'm by myself. What you trying to do? And Giselle finally did something that I could stand behind. Giselle said, look, first of all, I don't even think that they're divorced yet. So yes, do I think Mauricio is beautiful? Do I think that I would enjoy spending some alone time with Mauricio? Absolutely. Am I going to do it? No. Why? Because I'm not crossing that line, because we are in the same family. We work for the same network. We are co-workers. And I'm not going down that road. And then she proceeded to let the ladies know Mauricio is off limits. I don't care what his status is. He is off limits. And here come that hoe, Ashley. Well, I mean, he's single, right? He's single. He's not off limits. I don't see why he has to be off limits. He's cute. He's single. And her and Stacy literally follow that man. Giselle had to go and get them thirsty ass women. Away from that man. And then Ashley had the nerve to get mad because Giselle said these two are a hot mess. Now you embarrassed. You're embarrassed because you are embarrassing yourself. Because you are following this man around. And Giselle had to tell her, girl, look, this that ain't it. We're not doing that. That's off limits. Like, we don't want that Beverly Hills smoke. Like, that is still Kyle's husband. We don't want that smoke. That was embarrassing. I had secondhand embarrassment for you, Ashley, because you look like a hoe. You just coming up off the hills of sleeping with what's the face's son. Now here you are chasing after somebody's husband. Girl, Ashley, you are going out bad. You were going out bad. No, Stacy's divorced. Their divorce was final. Thank you, the informed. It's a conference hearing. So Angel lets the ladies know what the agenda is for tomorrow. And Giselle says, well, we have dinner tonight. We have an executive suite. Are all of you ladies staying with us? Are all of you ladies staying with us? Now, once again, Angel, girl, all you had to say was no. So Angel said yes. So she said, we have dinner tonight and we have brunch in the morning. And Angel is like, well, wait a minute. I don't know about all that brunch situation in the morning because we have to be up early because I'm taking y'all fishing. And Giselle was like, well, no, I don't know if we're going to go fishing. I don't know if we're going to do that. I think we might be done. What you mean? I think we might be done. Yeah, I think I'm taking the ladies home. I'm sorry, what? What makes you think you get to dictate what's getting ready to happen next? We have a whole agenda. And I know you know what the agenda is because you get the agenda like I get the agenda for the show. So you know what to pack, you know when to be ready, you know how to, like, girl, you know what's going on. So you've decided that not only, let's just forget about production, let's go with what we see. You have already booked a place for the ladies. Fine. You booked a place for the ladies because y'all don't want to stay in that house anymore. Great. Now you've decided to change the whole itinerary. So y'all gonna go to dinner tonight, go breakfast in the morning, and then fly home? Okay. All right then. Again, she did tell them the itinerary, Ravine. They listen. Listen. I know that you don't want to talk about production. You want to just talk about what you've seen. But she told the ladies they were going fly fishing. They knew they were going fly fishing when they were talking to Mauricio because she told them. She said, have you ever been fly fishing? Mauricio said, yeah, I have. And she said, yeah, we're going fly fishing in the morning. So even if that was the first they heard of it, which it wasn't, but even if that was the first they heard of it, they knew before the end of the day because she had said it already. So even if they didn't know, but she told them that because when she told them the whole itinerary of the trip, when before they even left, when they were still in Maryland, and she said, yeah, I'm going to give y'all an experience of what we do at my ranch, at, you know, whatever they call the experience. She told them that. So they knew they were doing something on her property because she had told them. Wonderland. What was her thing called? Wonderland? She absolutely told them. Ravine, you just mad at Angel and think this is a fucked up trip. It don't matter what I say. She absolutely told them. No, Ravine, that's not true. They knew. They knew what the plans were. Wonderland. She told them before they left Maryland. If you go back to the episode when they were talking about the trip, she told them what they were going to do. Thank you. Thank you, Christy Love. Yes, she did. Again, it's a bad trip. I'm not going to argue that point. It is a bad trip. But I just feel like she can't win. I just feel like we're at a point now where no matter what Angel does, she can't win. I agree, Ocean. If it was a perfect trip, Giselle still would have had a problem. Exactly. Exactly, Candy. They knew what the itinerary was. They don't pop up with an itinerary. The ladies know, so they'll know how to pack, so they'll know how to dress, so they know when they need to get their glam and stuff together. The ladies know the agenda. Production told Glizzy to wrap this thing up. AB. Anyway, baby, that was the episode. Tomorrow night, y'all know we have the Whether You Like It or Not panel. I am not sure where it's going to either be at my house or it's going to be at T's house. T is home. It's his turn, and T is home. So if he's up to it, he's going to host it. If not, I'll host you guys. I'll be hosting. I did pin the link. Please vote for all of the people, y'all. A lot of us that y'all love and rock with are nominated for the Starlight Awards. If the link is pinned at the top, you can vote every day. You can vote up to 3 times a day from the same email address. And then you could just use another email and vote 3 more times. But please support us, myself, El Teddy, Ebby, Scotty by Nature, giving you the real tea, Markel. That's my friend. Chasing Reality and Dario. There's so many people. But please support this award show. And thank you, Ravine. And I will see you guys tomorrow. I am logging off. I'm about to finish watching. I'm gonna watch Married to Medicine before I go to bed. So when I get up in the morning, I can schedule that. I'm not sure what time because I don't know what time I'm going to get up. But with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Have a good evening. Thank y'all for everybody that's voting, that's going to vote, that did vote. I appreciate y'all.